Hi, DM Mike here, and thanks for listening to a previous episode of The Natural Ones as they play Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus. Check out our Twitch channel for more weekly D&D content. Now, on with the show. Welcome to Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, brought to you by The Natural Ones. The holy city of Elturel has disappeared from the Forgotten Realms and descended deep down into Avernus, the first layer of the Nine Hells. This event came about as a result of an infernal bargain between the Archdevil Zariel, who rules Avernus, and the treacherous High Overseer of Elturel, Thavius Krieg. Zariel is capturing cities and using their
Mike,
as fodder
give us a
in the
quick prompt
ongoing
on what- I'm
conflict
trying to remember what
between
we're doing.
demons and devils, known as the Blood War. Next on Zariel's list of cities is Elturel's neighbour, Baldur's Gate. Will our heroes be the ones to save Elturel from certain destruction and be able to prevent a similar fate from befalling Baldur's Gate? Having been pressed into service by the Flaming Fist, the guard of Baldur's Gate, the characters have been tasked to seek out and destroy dead 3 cultists who have been threatening the city. As the misdeeds of the Vanthampur family have come to light through a chance meeting with Mortlock, son of Duke Valimara, the characters now have a chance to confront Thavius Krieg, the architect of Elturel's downfall. Will they complete their task? We'll find out. Fine. We are currently in the vault with Thavius, and this is where we find our starting position at this time of the week. Who would like to talk to Thavius about why on earth is he here? I'm not sure if he explained that fully as to the reason why he was hidden in this vault in the first place. There was one thing you guys did see, and that was the strange shadow that he cast on the wall behind him. And there also was, and as you can see on the stream at the moment, a very nice shield mounted on the wall as well that we saw. So, he is very, very bemused as to your presence. Who would like to talk to him?
Do we know what this shield signifies, or do we recognise it?
You may have seen it before. You could do a religion check if you would like to check.
Oh, Salus is a very pious man, so his religion check will be fantastic.
Good.
It's a natural 4!
A natural 4? Wow. Okay. You've never seen this shield, unfortunately. It is very shiny, though. So.
Right.
Blent wants to try and just sort of keep sneaking to the outside. He's quite short, so he's hoping that these sort of tables and things are going to largely block people's vision from him.
Okay,
If I remember rightly, didn't Blent do some stealing?
Yeah, Blent did try and shiftily backhand some of the coins that are erupting out of the coffers that are placed on these tables around the room. You can see there are 4 tables here, and each of them has a couple of coffers on. But she did try and, unfortunately, I think he dipped his hand into one and dropped a couple of the coins on the floor, and everyone looked at him.
Sounds like Blend.
So you have got Rhea Mantlemorn with you, and she is a Hell Rider from Elturel. She is dumbstruck to see Thavius. While she kind of is looking for him and did expect to see him, she still is a bit, she's a bit, she's in awe of His Majesty. He was the Grand Overseer of Elturel, so he had quite a high amount of power, and she's very, very lost for words, I would say, at his sight.
Horny.
Not horny, no, not horny.
Okay.
Thavius eyes you up and down, and obviously sees Rhea and the shield and insignia on her chest, and he says to you all, "So why are you all here? I don't recognise any of you.
I recognize this young lady here. You must be a Hell Rider, yes?
And Rhea just nods her head and says, yes, Savius, sir. Can I just ask, why are you here? Why are you under the protection of the Xanthampers? Why are you consorting with such a evil family? And Savius just looks down, shies away from her sight at first, and
Well, I've been captured. They want me, you see, they want me to help them discover the secrets of this shield behind me. And, I do know quite a lot about these kinds of things, so I suppose they've decided that I will help them. I've held out as long as I can, and I'm being very firm with them.
Can I just have a quick look at Fabrice's feet and shoes and see if he's got blood around his...
yeah, give me a perception check, please.
Oh,
Good.
that's a 4.
A 4, wonderful.
Solid start.
Okay, for some reason my sound of the rolls aren't popping up, but that's fine. We'll make it work. Yeah, 4. You can see he is wearing shoes, and there is a tinge of red to them, but you can't really discern whether it's blood or not, I'm afraid.
Okay.
Okay, so, dear Fabius, we are here because Rhea wants to execute you. Do you have any last words? Should we just get on with it? And do you want to maybe tell us?
Rhea
your
does
story?
just she puts her hand up and says, "Salus, sorry, my lord. Execution is mightily hasty. I have had some agenda to find you. That is not out of the question, but execution. I merely seek answers. Surely you must be able to explain to myself and my colleagues what has happened to Elturel. Why were you not in the city when it disappeared? And why is it we found you here?" And again, he looks quite evasive upon this questioning.
Well, I was visiting a friend out of the city, and he had a naming ceremony of a child, and he wanted my holy allegiances to bless him and his newborn, and I thought my old friend deserved the honour.
And what was the name of the child?
I think it was some bizarre name from a strange.
Go on. What was it?
It
Anyone?
was,
The name of the father, your friend? Anybody? Nope. Salus.
Beric.
Oh yes. Oh yeah. There, of course.
No,
yeah.
no.
Oh, do you remember?
Beric with a b. I tell you why I have trouble remembering is I do quite a lot of these things, and the sheer trauma of my recent situations has I'm very old, you see.
Do you mind? And I think Salus would start walking towards the desk, because I think if we walked in, he was trying to hide some documents, and Salus would start strolling towards the documents that he was trying to hide and say, "Do you mind if I take a look at some of these papers you've got here?"
Salus can see Blent just casually walking around.
Oh, Sir Dwarf, are you okay? I don't much care for this encircling of me. I feel like I've done something wrong.
No,
just likes to check the walls.
don't worry. We just might just chop off your head just in case, because we're not sure. And Rhea was really keen to decapitate you or execute you at some point. So.
I have just seen what it says for Lyra. Salus, I'm not impressed. Oh my goodness. Have you seen what it says, Lyra?
It
It said
I'm
Lyra
just trying
smells.
to ignore it now.
Oh my goodness. Sorry.
Every time I play this game, she ends up dying or getting sick.
Yeah, Salas is our resident Joker. At least he
Sneaky
thinks
Joker.
he's being hilarious. Sometimes he can be. Sorry, Blank. You were looking at the walls and you've made Fabius very uneasy. He's actually going to move slightly closer to the wall side of with the shield above it. Sorry. And Salas, you asked him a question. Apologies. What was it?
If you mind if we look through the papers on your desk and see what kind of stuff you've been up to?
Well, he's shoved it quite hastily into his little knapsack, which he has got around him. And I'm just going to quickly show people at home what Thavius looks like. Okay, so I'm just going to take away the picture of the shield. Okay. And show everyone what Thavius looks like. Okay, so there is Thavius. He is quite an old-looking man. Oh no, that didn't work. 1 second. But yeah, sorry. He has got them shoved in his knapsack. So what would you like to do?
Can we see the papers?
Well, I mean, do they concern you? They're addressed to me.
Okay.
Harry, they're addressed to you. Have you been receiving mail here while you've been incarcerated?
Excuse me, I'm very old. I have quite a cough. No letters to me here. No, I'm a captor. Come on, be serious.
I'm very serious. Raya, why are you not being more serious?
Raya has been this whole time just eyes locked onto his lips, trying to figure out, her previous leader, because obviously the City of Elturel is not there anymore. So she just waited to hear what he says. She's not casting any judgment as of yet. She's willing to just hear him out.
Fabius, what happened to Elturel then?
Well, I think we all know that. It's not there anymore. It disappeared. A big hole in the ground. Very sad. And whilst it was my city, I did my utmost to ensure its safety. I haven't the power or control to seek seek justice for my city. It's gone. I can't do anything about it. It's a bit of a shit sandwich. And I guess that's it.
Can Salas see if he's actually telling the truth?
You can give me an insight check, yeah.
Can I see if? Yeah. It's a natural 3. Sorry.
Oh, is that an unnatural 3? So that's not a natural 1, is it? Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, he appears to be very genuine.
Okay.
Good enough.
Okay. So there's one more thing I would want some explanation. Well, actually 2 things. Thing number 1, what were you doing, it seems, in that room with the sacrifices and blood steps leading to your room? 2, why are you casting a demonish shadow on the wall?
Atlas, having heard you mention this shadow, him being obviously quite a celestial being, Atlas just says, "Yes, Thavius, that doesn't seem very holy of you. Aren't you a follower of Norm?" And having been barraged with these questions, he tries to answer Salas's first.
Sacrificial chamber? I've not been in such a room. You must be mistaken, sir.
Just show us your feet.
My
Yeah.
feet? What a question! What a question indeed! My dear Hellrider,
Could you bonk this man on the nose for proposing such a stupid idea?
I think Salas would want to walk up to Fabius and just push him against the wall and try kind of lift him up by his clothes to see if he can maybe kick up one of his shoes.
Okay, can you roll intimidation, please? And also a strength check, just to see if you can lift him. He's quite a hefty gentleman.
very intimidating. Very
Okay.
intimidating and strength.
Very nice. And a strength.
It's also
Okay.
very
So, as fierce as your face is, literally, like you're spitting, there's spittle coming out of your lips. There is fire in your eyes. You look very fearsome. Yeah, as you're trying to like lift him up, you can see your neck tensing, and you're having the trouble. He is a very rotund man, and you cannot lift him. The amount of effort, you can actually see your like back trying to strain to like. You're having trouble. But your face is scary. Sorry, Blen.
At this point, Blend just wants to flip the table in front of him and shout, "Show the man your feet!"
This table, which has two large coffers on, large chests, open chests, essentially, with no lids. They're very heavy. Could you do me a strength check, please?
Yeah.
Come on. Come on, Blend. Come on, Blend.
8.
Really?
So you do manage to lift it off its feet, and rather than tip it completely over, it falls back down. You know, it's come about 6 inches off the ground, and it's a heavy table. You've caused quite a loud noise. It's almost like a loud bang. And many of the coins and jewels that are in these coffers have made a loud like rattling sound, and it does catch the attention of Krieg. And he looks around at you, looking quite scared now, shaking almost. Why do you want to see my feet so bad?
Why do you not want to show your feet so bad if you don't have any blood in your feet?
It's bloody
What do you have to worry
rude!
about?
You walk into a man's prison cell and ask to see his feet?
This door was unlocked, wasn't it? Atlas? Raya? Atlas?
It
This...
was.
It
It was
We
unlocked.
just-
Who walked
just
in
came
first?
in.
Which one of you walked in first?
I think I came in first. Actually.
Okay.
Either Lyra did, yeah, and Salas was pushing her towards the door because Salas wanted to use her as shield as usual. I'm certain of that because that's my tactic.
He casts a look to the dwarf of Lyra and says, My lady dwarf, most prison cells tend to be locked from the inside. I can't get out, but you may of course come in.
I'm so confused. Not from the inside. You lock yourself in. Who else is in here to lock the door?
No. No.
This
You're
is
telling
very
me it's been
fishy.
unlocked this whole time? I could have just escaped when I
Yeah,
wanted.
And you've
Oh
been out
dear.
across
What a
corridor,
fool I've
killed
been.
the person,
What a
and then
fool.
come back in here and then just sat down.
Oh, I feel like such an idiot. Bloody idiot. Oh well, thank you for rescuing me. Shall we be on our way?
Not yet. What about your shadow?
He's very close to the wall now. He's not casting a shadow anymore.
Yeah, well, we saw it. We all saw the shadow before.
I don't know. I don't often tend to look at my own shadow, so maybe
Right.
under this dark candle-lit room, your eyes are playing tricks on you, sir.
Well, would you
Raya
like
Raya
to-
has heard enough at this point, and with questioning from Lyra and Blent and Salas, she says, "Right, I've heard quite enough. Fabius, just tell them the real reason why you're here. It's obvious you're not being held prisoner. Salas has determined that much from his good questioning." And she
Yes.
gives you a little nod. But
Hey,
there must be a real reason. You're not an evil man. You're a disciple of Norm, of self-sacrifice. Sir, you are the best of us. What's happened? What's brought you here? Just please
Yeah,
be
Fabius.
honest. And
Be
she's
honest.
going to roll a persuasion roll. 14. He hears these words, and them coming from a fellow Elturian like himself. Okay,
Mike.
I will be honest.
Mike.
Yes.
Before he actually speaks,
Yeah.
I think Salas would want to try and cast detect thoughts on him.
Okay, what is
Just to
is
try
that a
getting
wisdom
into
saving
his
throw?
mind.
Yeah.
It will be Wisdom 13 saving throw. Whew.
Wisdom
Let's
13. Okay. Right, I'll roll it in chat so everyone can see. He gets a whopping +4 to wisdom. He's very wise after that.
I thought it might be the case, but
An 18,
Might
so he
as well try.
passes, I'm afraid. So he blocks your detection. And you can see you doing some magic with your offhand.
Do you try and cast a spell? A spell on me? You insolent fool! How dare you? How very dare you!
you think he's a holy man? He can't even control his temper, Rhea. How about we chop off his head and just be on our way?
Rhea does
Just
put a
spend
hand on
nothing
your
in this
shoulder.
shithole.
She does put a hand on your shoulder. We can determine the truth without the use of magic, Salus. Honestly, just hear the man out. I would be quite offended if you tried playing one of your tricks on me. So have a bit of humbleness, have a bit of patience, and please, this is my liege lord. Well, I guess ex-liege lord, but all the same, let's give him the respect he deserves.
I think Salus would want to turn to Rhea and say, look, Rhea, where I come from, we have certain ways of interrogation people. And they are actually quite mild methods. And through these methods, you can find out a lot about the person's character. And having said this, Salus turns towards Thavius, smiles at him, and just tries punching him in his stomach to see.
Okay,
maybe above
can
his
you
growth.
roll a roll to hit for unarmed attack and also an
Yes.
intimidation, please? Also intimidation, and because you're punching him, I'm going to give you advantage on that intimidation roll. Okay.
Okay.
Okay,
Cool.
the unarmed strike.
Going on.
Yep, go for it.
Can Blent
That hits.
try and swap the shield on the wall for his own?
Lovely.
Okay, it's quite high up. It's like a good 8 feet off the ground, so you would have to jump and attempt to do that.
You know
Intimidation
how
works
athletic
out.
Blent is.
Do you want to try and jump for it? Yeah? Right, give me an athletics check. And also, to try and make this as less obvious, or I don't think you can really make it unobvious, but do a stealth of hand with disadvantage, please. So give me an athletics check to see if you can reach it. Okay, you've managed to reach the bottom of it, and like you're kind of like gripping from the bottom of the actual the shield. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I've just been made my dinner, and I've got a superstar of a girlfriend, so yummy. Sorry. Yeah, so you grabbed onto the shield. You literally, your fingers are gripped onto it. What's your sleight of hand? That's yeah. David, this is disadvantage because that's so poor. You literally, as you grab hold, your whole body smashes against the wall. Your armor, you've got a bit of metal, obviously, in your armor. You can hear the chain wrinkling around, and everyone in the room all at once turns their head to you and just sees the dwarf hanging on this shield. The shield is not budging.
Ah,
What the bloody hell are you doing, dwarf?
Blent just looks around and goes, "Did nobody else want this?"
What
Rhea,
happened with
sorry, Lara. carry on.
Rig? Is Salus winded him?
Oh, you have punched him. Apologies. So yeah, your punch actually made contact, Salus, and it's really roll me damage on the punch, please.
It's a
2.
massive
Okay, so
two.
it's enough to cause a bit of discomfort. He is obviously a very portly man. He has a large amount of protection over his stomach, but you do make him cough all the same, and he was coughing quite a lot earlier, so he does start to cough quite.
I'm an old man, and I'm a very, very important one. Would you please cease from hitting me?
Yeah.
How about you?
Salus?
Well, so it just doesn't add up. He just doesn't want to show us his feet. He keeps changing his story every 3 minutes, and Rhea's acting like a little teenage girl in front of Justin Bieber, whoever that is. Apparently, that's one of the local bards.
Who is it?
Yeah. He's actually apparently he's quite good. Not my thing, but
Atlas
anyway.
chips and says,
So we've got
yes,
a bit
he is a talk of the lower city.
well, there you go. So Rhea and Fabius, I don't like it.
Yeah, Rhea, you were all up for you dragged us all here to bring him to justice, and now you're here.
Rhea
Just,
turns around and says,
falling all over him.
Lyra, we have made, I would say, quite a good working relationship, but don't mistake that for friendship. I have not dragged you here. I asked. We had the same objective. So don't seem to impose upon me some kind of I'm not your leader. I'm not your mother. You do as you wish. You're independent. You're a free-thinking woman, and I shall have no more of that kind of speak.
What do you mean we're not
Right.
friends?
Well,
Ooh.
it's very early on into our relationship. I would deem you a very amicable lady, but sorry, I'm kind of verging into Fabius here. Let's try and make it a bit more feminine. But yeah, she does regard you obviously as a nice person.
Just acquaintances now, are we?
Well,
I see.
Right.
I mean, it's only been a couple of days, miss. Honestly.
I just really enjoyed having another woman around all these men. Oh, okay. Fine.
Okay,
Think of me as a friend then.
Rhea, you saw these bloody footsteps leading into this room. We find this room unlocked, and this man tells us he's suddenly a prisoner, and he doesn't want to show us his feet. So what do you think happened according to you?
Well, she starts looking around on the floor. Well, I'm sorry, Talis, but I just don't see any footsteps on the floor. So it can't have been...
Okay. Rhea, how do you ask him to swear on Norm that he is an honest and truthful man? Do you have any holy symbol of Norm?
I mean, yeah, he probably should have a holy symbol. And it's normally of a man in the field with a hoe. And a lot of people mistake this symbol for I think, the goddess of farming. It's very, very misconstrued. It's actually the god of self-sacrifice.
So should he have this symbol?
Yes, and she looks at Fabius. Yeah, you do, sir. Please, show them, prove to them that you're still a follower of our Lord Norm. And he looks very shifty. His eyes are going, yes, I of course I do. How silly. And he delves deep into his shirt. Oh, well, this is quite embarrassing. They must have taken it off me when they captured me and thought it was a very nice little trinket, which it is, Ovray. It's a lovely, lovely necklace. Of course, you probably have one yourself. And she pings out her chain and shows him, and you can see it is like a very nicely made silver small statuette of a man tending a field, and she puts it back in. Well, I've got mine, and any follower of Norm should also have theirs. You wouldn't let them take it from you that easily, would you, sir? Well, I was outnumbered, and they were very fierce, and I'm not a man to fight. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Rhea.
So, go on.
No, go on, Lyra.
So that's not giving us any proof. So maybe the letters in your satchel could prove that you didn't get them delivered here? Because if they were addressed...
Why are you
After
so
Elturel
concerned
disappeared.
with my bloody satchel?
Well, I'm
This
just
has
trying to find
nothing
proof
to
that
do
you're
with
telling
you.
the truth.
And I am getting quite irritated by the fact you're very persistent. A dwarf! A dwarf being so rude to me!
Can Salas try snatching the satchel as he's being really annoyed about Lyra? Just quick, one off, because I'm standing quite close to him. Just grab it and yank it off him.
Okay, can you do me a dexterity check, please? Or actually, a sleight of hand check.
If you insist. Nothing's working.
A 5.
It's in.
Yeah. He sees your hand grab for the bag and he just brings it close into him, tucking it under his armpit.
No, these are my letters, not yours. Don't be a nosy Parker.
Right, I'm just about having enough of this day, actually.
Me
Rhea
too.
says she's not my friend. You're shouting at me when I'm just trying to help you out. I'm trying to prove that you're who you say you are and you're here because of the things you've said.
Milady Dwarf, you're throwing
shouting
awful
at me.
accusations at me.
I'm trying to find some proof. That's all I'm trying to do. I'm trying to sort out what's going on here.
The proof of what?
Very
I've
dodgy
told
and
you.
I don't understand it.
I have divulged to you why I'm here. And that should be the
Yeah,
end
the
of
door
it.
was open.
Not
There were
from
bloody
my side, it
footprints
wasn't.
leading in here.
Not from my side.
Rhea, I think if you're so much of a fool as to believe that this man has done nothing and is telling us the truth, then I think there's nothing we can do for you. I don't care for Elfrel, and I tried helping you, but at some point you just need to help yourself. I think this is a hopeless case, and yeah, just, you know what, just stay here with your...
Upon you saying, Salus, that you don't care for Elturel, she has a look of disgust. Salus, we've worked well together, but don't disrespect my city. I had people,
Well, I'm sorry.
many people die, or are
I
presumed
think
dead.
you are disrespecting your city. This man is clearly telling all sorts of things, and you are just sitting here believing every single word, lapping it up like a little dog under the table. Like, what are you? I thought you were serious about all this.
I just needed to hear him out, and give him the benefit of the doubt. We all deserve that, do we not?
How about you give him your symbol of Norm and ask him to put his hand on it and swear on Norm that he is an honest man and is telling the truth.
Okay, I think that's... Guys, I completely understand where you are all trying to go with this conversation. He is seemingly suspect. I have witnessed that. I'm not blind. I'm not stupid. I am biased, but he's my liege. He should have some level of respect adorned to him. But sir, they do make a very strong case. Could you please just say the blessing, say the self-sacrificial blessing, say the words of our Lord, and he will hear you. With that, I have no doubt. And she pulls off her chain, hands it to him, and he, like, his eyes are wide, and he just slowly takes it out of his hand, out of her hand even, and clasps his fist. To my dear lord. And you can just hear... In fact, can I ask, Blent, as you're very, very close, can you just do a perception check, please?
Good. That's a 19.
And that's a 9. Okay, you can't see anything out of the ordinary, but you do hear a very minute sizzle.
I have stomped round. I'm heading over to help Blent with that shield. That's what I'm currently doing.
Okay, all right. Do you want to give him a little leg up then?
I thought I'd give him a boost up
Okay.
while he's
Do you want to do
Is
a? You've already reached it by yourself, but you can have another go at trying to pry it off. Do you want to do a strength check with advantage, please, Blent? And 19, very nice. Okay. While this is going on, while Thavius is making his pledge to his lord, he's only just started, but you can be doing this in the meantime. You are trying to literally like wrestle this shield off, and you can feel it wobbling. But as you look behind it, you can see it is adorned to the wall with a lock. There's like a lock and key that's like clasping it to the wall, and it's very, very solid. You're having, even with the mighty Milbar's strength, it's not coming loose. It's wobbling slightly, but it's not it's not freeing itself from the wall.
Okay, I think Lent is going to ask the party if anyone could perhaps freeze this lock with any kind of cooling touch while he pours water into it.
Shut your mouth, Blend. This man is doing his confession now. There are more important things.
A couple of things. We will finish Clavius's pledge to his Lord Norm, but as you have got both your hands fully wrapped around this shield, you feel a strange sensation. Not really in your hands, Blent, but it's almost like a trickle of water is dripping down the back of your neck even. Your hearing starts to dull, and then you can feel a presence deep in your head. And for this, I'm just going to talk to Blent. Okay? So, can I do that on here? Can I mute everyone else? I think I can. If the other two, if Salis and Lyra could mute their computers, this is just a this is a bit of a heart-to-heart with the DM and Blent for now. Okay.
Wave when you're ready, Mike.
Yeah, I'll give you the double thumbs up when you're good to go. Okay. But this presence in your head is fierce. Its voice dark.
You touch my shield. Who are you, dwarf?
Like you feel this voice echoing in your head. You have no idea. It's not coming into your ears. It's almost telepathic in its transmission to you.
Okay, I think having heard that, Blent's like holding onto the shield, pushing on the wall with his legs, and he's probably just gonna freak out a little bit, let go of his arms, and push away, as it were.
Okay, so you drop to the ground, and that presence dulls, but it's still you still feel as if something is taking up space within your head. There is a small amount of pressure being applied to some kind of part of your mind, but it's not as strong as it was having when you were holding the shield. And as you drop, you cause like Fabius to shake and pause in his speech. Oh, sorry to the others. They can put back on now. Fabius jumps. He looks at Rhea. Shall I continue? Your friend here is being very frisky with this shield. And Rhea just says, "Yes, just please, show them, please, Sir Krieg." And he says, "Okay." And you can see as he's gripping hold of this emblem, this sign of Norm so tightly. His hands are shaking and sweat is profusely dripping over his brow.
My dear Lord Norm, blessed be this day. You've given us your word, and we do your bidding to help others day by day. I can't.
And he just chucks the necklace straight to the ground, and you can see, in fact, Lyra and Blent and Atlas has got quite a good view of it as well. But can the two dwarfs look at his hand as he's like holding it now? Can you do me a perception check? Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one. That's a big one. Brilliant.
18. Wow. You can see in his hand, it's draped in sweat, and a massive burn mark is right in the middle of his palm, and it looks like the shape of the necklace.
He can't touch it. It's hurt him. Rhea, your god has hurt him.
He chucked it on the floor.
Yeah, Rhea sees this, And her jaw has hit the floor. She is in disbelief. Well, that settles it then. You're a heretic. You have caused this to happen to El Chirel. You've consorted with evil, with fiends, with devils. The rumours were right. I should have listened to them. She grips
With
her
that,
sword.
Blent is going to try and just grapple his legs on the floor.
You're going to try and grapple Fabius, yeah?
Yeah, around his legs.
Okay, right. Give me a strength roll, please. And Ray has grabbed her sword. 13. You're meeting a lot of resistance. I will do a roll just for the sake of contesting this. Let's have a look at what his strength is. I don't think it's very high. It is a whopping. It's a 12, so it's a +1. Okay, he's, you know, even with his burnt hand, he's pushing you back. You've got your arms around him, but they're not locked. They're not locked in his position. So you are struggling to keep him in place. Okay.
Okay.
Rhea, are we chopping up his head now?
Rhea looks at you and with her sword in hand, his head, his guts. There's nothing I care about him anymore. He means nothing to me. He betrayed us, our city, our lord. He's betrayed me and my ilk. And I want to see him dead. And she brings out her sword in one swift movement and points it towards him. Salus, Blent, Lyra. And she looks over her shoulder. Atlas. Let's do me the honour and just dispose of this cretin. And Fabius is literally like, his hands are shaking. Please, I did not mean this to happen. The Xanthan you must understand. And he gets down on his knees. Please, I beg you. And he's like trying to grapple with the dwarf still. Sir Dwarf, please. I've been tricked. Please believe me. I did not mean any harm to come to El Chirel. It's my city. Why would I give up my seat of power? Please, think of...
Why did you then?
I had no choice. I was persuaded into it.
By who?
By who? Thalamara. She worships some serious power. It is not a power I can easily say no to. I have committed a great sin. But I don't believe I deserve to pay with my life. Under protest?
So you somehow managed to destroy a whole city, and you think your one life is worth more than all of that? Is that just getting it straight? Is that what you say?
I've pledged years of my life to self-sacrifice and the serving of others and making the world a better place. Faerun has been improved vastly because of my influence. From the shores of Neverwinter down to the Southern Isles, I have touched this continent. I deserve some recompense. I deserve some mercy. No?
I tell you what, Rhea, I always bought that part about self-sacrifice, but then I remember when I punched his fat belly.
Rhea, she's still got her sword pointed at him. She says, "Why are we still listening to him?" And she just walks up. Blent, can you go for another strength roll on that grapple, please? 6. Yeah, he on his knees, he is harder to contain. He has a lot more centre of gravity here, and he's hard to wrestle down. So,
Blend's going to give up and roll away.
okay. So you think going to roll away?
So he's just going to sort of roll back onto his roll backwards, and then stand up onto his legs, ready to fight, sort of thing.
Okay, right. So at this point, as you roll away, you just hear that presence. As you roll away from the shield, you hear that presence in your head once more. It leaves you awestruck. The experiences in the rest of the room are almost in slow motion, and that voice returns once more. And can I ask Salas and Lyra just to de-audio whilst the voice, which only Blent can hear, talks to him? I'll give you a thumbs up when we're ready.
You tarry too long. Do not let this man of cheap words and tricks dissuade you from what needs to be done. Kill him. Kill him.
Okay.
Okay.
And with this, Rhea takes one large step forwards and tries to literally just pierce it down into the chest of Fabius. Okay. And let me just double check what room we are in. Are we in 229? No. I just need to very quickly make this encounter. Okay. So everyone's in it. Let's see where Fabius is. There he is. And also Rhea. Veteran. Wonderful. Okay, save encounter. Good to go. So, Rhea is going to roll this attack to hit with her longsword. And it is a whopping 10 to hit. Now, he's on his knees. He's a big target, and he is unarmed. All he's wearing is a nice fur-lined jacket, fur-lined moleskin jacket, and a nice little leather tabard underneath with some nice gold shiny buttons. Not much in the way of protection, so this does hit him. And using this with both her hands, she just plunges it deep, straight through his shoulder, just slightly north of where his heart is, and does a whopping 6 damage on him. And you just hear him yell, "Oh! Why would you do such a thing? I'm an old man. I demand mercy." And with that, can I ask everyone to roll initiative, please? 16. Okay.
Sorry, what happened immediately before that initiative?
Did you see the thumbs up?
No.
Oh,
Sorry.
sorry, Salas. I thought I gave you the thumbs up.
I wasn't sure, sorry.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, yes. She's just stabbed him. She stabbed him.
Oh,
with the
what
sword.
happened to Blend?
Blent. Oh, well, Blent's been hearing stuff, haven't you, Blent? But I'm sure he will
Okay,
divulge that.
tripping then.
Blent, while that voice is happening, what's your reaction to it all?
Blent's he's not an intelligent man.
He's not.
Particularly
You're
wise
right.
man, so I think he's quite scared by it and off-put by it. So he's just gonna try and do what the voice has told him to do to try and appease it.
Okay. Yeah, you're very subservient, aren't you?
Very good.
Okay, so we're checking. I've got everyone's initiative rolls. So 16 for you, Blent. Thank you very much. Okay, I've got a 10 for Salas and 11 for Lyra. Let's roll for Atlas and see how he fares in this initiative. I'm not sure it's going to be needed for everyone. 11 for Atlas. Okay, and for some reason I've got Vulcan involved in this, so you may see Vulcan on the initiative.
Always.
I forgot to take him off. Thavis is going to roll and he gets a 10. So does our Hellrider. She also got a 10 as well. And Yeah, I mean, it is verging into combat, but this is not really going to be a fight. Let's face it.
Oh.
It's 5 against 1. He is an old man. But you know what? Screw it. Let's have it. Let's have a boss fight music. Because
He's going to fireball
He is-
everyone.
he is a
We've
man.
got people loving the
of
music
great
in
repute.
chat. So.
We do. It's good to see. But this is a boss to some degree. So, the order is... Oh, what have I done? I've done something wrong. The order we have up... I've just broken my laptop. Not sure how. Laptop, MacBook, even. There we go. Apologies, I'm back to normal. Blent, you have heard these voices of this mysterious, deep growl in your head. It's giving you a command. What do you want to do?
Yeah, Blent's just going to roll the hit.
Okay, roll it.
With the Warhammer.
Two-handed or one-handed?
2.
2.
Ooh.
Okay, 24 definitely hits.
Nice.
Oh.
9
Is he
points
hitting
of bludgeoning
damage?
damage. Very
Oh.
nice.
He's hitting the old man.
Yeah, he's hitting
Very
Davius,
nice.
yeah. Who else could he be hitting?
Well,
you might-
see what else.
You got a bonus to do at all? Are you raging?
Yeah, just a little, having a little. No, I've used the word rage. He's not really got much else he can do on his bonus, so
No?
I think he just hits him and then, yeah, waits for the next
I mean,
round.
it's a good amount of damage. You bring your hammer down. The sword of Rhea comes through one clavicle. He always just shatters his shoulder on the other side, and he yells once more in pain. He is attempting to get to his feet, but you've had a good go on him there. Yeah, thank you, Blent. Good hit. Atlas comes into the fray, and he obviously a man of nobility, a man of good, he's lawful good after all. He's very unsure to be attacking a unarmed man such as Thavius. So he says to you all, "Look, I don't feel right about this. If he draws on us, of course, but I'll just hold off until I see him see his response. It's murder. It's murder. It's cold blood." And with that, you do see Atlas ready his staff, watching for what Thavius does, and he's going to hold a cantrip, or actually, I think he might even hold a spell. Let's see what his spell slots are like. No, he'll hold a cantrip purely because he hasn't got that many spells left. Yeah, okay, so that is Atlas's go. After Atlas, it is next on the order, which is Lyra. Lyra, what would you like to do?
I'm going to step up next to Raya. And I wish to just ask her, or say to her, are you sure? Are we doing this?
She
what you want?
She turns to you. Her eyebrows are down. Her glance is just fierce. He doesn't leave this room alive.
I'm sorry, I didn't actually hear that.
Oh, sorry. He doesn't leave this room alive.
So we're doing this. And I draw my Warhammer two-handed and
Okay.
take a swing for him.
Right, roll to hit them, please. It's a 9.
Only a 9.
He is on his knees though, but it's not prone, so I won't give advantage on it, I'm afraid. Yeah, so as you bring it down, he is shirking about. He's seeing all these incoming blows, and he just presses himself up against the wall and sees your warhammer come slamming down, cracking the stone beneath the stone tile beneath his knees. Yeah, very very close hit though. You literally didn't need that much more, so unlucky there. Anything else you'd like to do? Obviously, probably was the bonus to get your weapon ready. Well, you might have already had it out.
No,
I guess,
that's fine.
fine.
I don't think she feels too bad about missing, to be honest. The guy's
Okay.
on his knees. So she's like, oh well, next time.
Yeah, fair play, fair play. This does bring us on to Salus's go. Salus, you haven't got you're not within range of hitting him unless you do a bit of manoeuvring.
I don't need maneuvering. Salas will just extend his arm and will fire a chromatic bolt at that man, chromatic orb at that man, to absolutely disintegrate him.
Yeah. So it's a roll to hit then, yeah?
Yep.
Or, okay.
Where did I? It didn't roll. Okay. Chromatic orb cast. And what's happening? Is it casting? Come on.
No, it's not, I'm afraid.
Right. Cast on. Can I please cast it? I really want to cast it. I promise you, I'm clicking it.
Yeah.
I'm now out of spells because I clicked it.
Oh no. Right, let me see if I can have a go.
Let's try again.
Let me see if I can have a go. Where are you? Salas, spells.
Level. I want to do radiant damage. Do I have radiant? No, I don't have radiant. I want to do lightning damage.
So chromatic orb, where are you? Okay, so cast spell slot. Have you got enough spells for it?
Yes.
Are you
I
casting
just
at
have
first
one
level?
left. Yeah. Oh please.
Okay,
Please,
it
why
isn't
is it not?
casting. Right, just do a 1d20 plus your 5 to hit them. Okay, we'll roll it.
Yeah,
We'll roll it
yeah.
manually if we have to.
1d20 plus 5. Oh, it's a mighty 8.
So no, it doesn't hit. I'm afraid.
Ah,
What are the effects of the spell if it doesn't hit?
nothing. It's just not much really. Doesn't it?
Oh dear.
I hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at the creature that I see within range, and it misses.
Oh dear, oh dear. What I'm going to do, guys, is just because I am aware that the sound is dropping in and out, I'm just going to take my earpods off, but I will lower my volume just so we don't get that big feedback, okay? So let me just transfer over. Okay. Can we hear okay now?
Good, 5. Yeah. We've
Yeah.
found a chance to finish him off now.
Wonderful. Okay, so we can hear each other okay. That's the main thing. So we are. You've just done your chromatic orb. Apologies, I did miss here. What was the effects of it if it misses?
Nothing. It just
Nothing at all.
misses him.
Okay, that's fine. That's wonderful. That does bring us on to Thavius' go. He just narrowly evaded 2 mighty blows from both your orb and the warhammer, and he just pushes the sword of Rhea back towards her, and he stands up and he goes to behind his back and just reveals a mace, and you can just see now blood is starting to come out of his mouth from likely internal bleeding, and he just looks at you all and says, "You do this to a lord. I will not go down without a fight. I will drag you all down to the depths of hell if I have to." And with that, he is going to do an attack on Blent. Okay. So Blent, he gets an attack on you, and it's going to be with his mace. Okay, and it's a 17 to hit.
Does not hit.
That doesn't hit.
No, wait, hang on. 2 seconds.
Woof.
Sorry. Yes, it does.
Have you got your shield on? Have you got your shield on?
I'm not equipped the shield. Yeah, that does hit.
That does hit. So you've got your shield on that, and it does hit, yeah?
No. I've taken my shield was on. It shouldn't have been.
Okay, and you're doing two-handed, yeah?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Okay, that's
So-
fine. That's okay. So I assume like your shield's probably like on your back then, just.
Yeah, I was trying to swap it out, wasn't I? So.
Yeah, of course. Okay. So that does hit then, and he's caught you right in the face here. Let's see how he does damage. He's not a very strong man. He's quite obviously rotund, as we said, but he's not the strongest. But he does do 5 points of bludgeoning damage to your face.
Okay.
As he just brings that mace and just swings it with his wrist right into you, and he actually is going to look to try and run away here. He's fleeing. He's like hitting and running. He's like a little gorilla. Not the gorilla with the G-O, but the G-U-E-R. The G? Like guerrilla warfare. Yeah, he's hitting and running, and he's trying to escape. So can I ask all 3 of you, including Rhea, to make a attack of opportunity, please, with your melee weapon.
Come on. Yes.
Okay, Lara, you hit with your warhammer. Blent, you don't hit with yours, I'm afraid.
Oh lord.
Okay, and it looks like Rhea got a 15, so she does hit. Okay, so as she sees Fabius try and make a bolt for it, she just swishes her sword in the direction that he's going to try and catch the fleeing overseer, and it does catch him right in the back of the leg, just tearing some muscle in the process, and he howls like a wounded dog. Your warhammer, is that 17 points of damage?
17. Yeah.
Right, let me just do some math quickly. So that's 29.
I think it's just in pieces.
Lyra.
I'm going to give the opportunity for you to choose, Lyra. Would you like to describe the killing blow, or would you like to give that honour to Rhea?
I think I prefer Rhea.
Okay,
I
so
think that's more fitting.
as you've
I
seen
don't
him
often
look
go
to
with
peg it,
that.
as you
If
see
you just
him look to peg it,
instinctively hit him
Lyra,
and like took him down, it should be upset.
yeah. So you've seen him hit Blent in the face, and his eyes shifty. He turns and looks to run away, but you just clonk him with one more large hammer blow, which makes him which weakens him. It slows his pace of which he tries to escape, and this opens up Rhea to just slice the back of his legs, which makes him drop down to his knees once more, and she walks up behind him, with him now looking up deep into the eyes of the Hell Rider standing above him, and she says, "For Norm, for Elturel," and she brings his sword down straight at the back of his neck into his spine and straight into his torso cavity, and you just see his head stay still, and then when she unsheaths it from his body, he drops on the floor, and blood starts to pool feet around the vicinity of his now dead form.
Oof.
Oh dear. Well,
Rhea.
you can see Rhea putting putting her long sword to the ground and bending down to one knee, and just putting her elbow on that knee and putting her head into it.
I think Silas would want to walk up and put his arm on her shoulder and say, "Cheer up, Rhea. You did a good job. I know what would help you. How about you take the symbol of Norm and try putting it in his mouth and see if it burns it too?"
She just ignores that comment. She seems to be in some kind of level of shock as to what has happened.
Blent pipes up and just goes, No, Salus. The shield didn't say anything about popping a trinket in his mouth. It just said to kill him.
What shield?
Yeah, Rhea looks at you very inquisitively, having heard you say something about the shield in the wall. What do you mean, Dwarf? The shield talked to you?
Yep, it was while I was hanging on it for a while. Started to feel some words in the back of my head. I was a bit taken aback, which is why I fell on the floor and grabbed hold of him. But soon after, the shield kept talking to me. He told me to kill him.
Oh, were these clever words that you had?
Don't know about clever, but they scared the life out of me.
Probably my words actually. I'm quite good like this. So yeah, it's easy to confuse Shield and Silas. Yeah, it's probably me. I take credit.
Rhea stands up again and just heads towards Lyra. And she outreaches her arm, looking to grab your own forearm, and says, I didn't mean to doubt you. We have been colleagues, we have been friends. I deem you a friend, and I should never have misjudged your character. You were looking out for For me, you're looking out for the best thing for this party. You're looking out for all of Faerun. I'm sorry.
That's okay. And I grab hold of her arm and I give it a good old shake, a good old squeeze.
She gives a little shoulder bump.
I've gone and retrieved her the symbol of Norm. Well, that was when she was on her knee.
Yeah.
I went to go retrieve it. It was thrown. I give that back to her.
You just unnestle the chain into her hand, and she takes it, and she just smiles. Sometimes self-sacrifice is more difficult than we expect. He tests me every day.
My god's great.
Who is your god again?
Mystra.
Mistra. Oh,
Mistra.
goddess Mistra. Very tricky character, that goddess, and she seems to be doing you good stead so far. So long may that continue.
She likes me a lot.
Good.
But
for now, we should probably burn the betrayal of Fabius's body. He does not deserve burying. He does not deserve mercy. He deserves to be rid of this plane.
I mean, if you want to burn him, I mean, Salus is like.
Yeah, well, yes. Firstly, how about we look at his documents? Because maybe he's got something valuable in there.
Oh,
Blend would love it. Two, can I just chop up a few bits and pieces from his body, like maybe some fingers and an arm or something? Because Mr. Sizzles might be hungry later. So.
I'm going to let you do that, and I want to go over to Blend in the shield, if that's okay.
Okay.
Or you two do it with the body.
Salus, you can chop it off, but if you would like to do investigation to see if you can read the letters first.
Oh, I'd love to. Investigation. Oh.
There we go. First one right. Let's update the natural one counter, guys. Well done. To you.
Salus can't locate the body.
There we go. We're on one now, guys. We are on one. You've gone to look at the body, and you just don't understand where on earth that knapsack has gone. Maybe he's lying on top of it. You're not too sure.
Oh my goodness. I'll just chop off his arm to start with. And I think I shout for Lyra. Lyra, come over here.
No, wait. I'm just talking to Blend.
Right. So Salus, give me a damage roll on your melee attack, and we'll listen to Lyra and Blent. Lyra's obviously gone closer to Blent, and I assume she's wanting to question him about what on earth he's heard from this shield.
No. Yeah, no, of course. So, Blend, you say the shield spoke to you, in your head?
Yep, Shield Salus spoke to me and told me to kill the nasty man.
What did it sound like?
It's hard to say. It was just a deep, fearsome rumbling in the back of my head.
I thought it. See, it could. I thought maybe it was Mistra, you see, and that you would convert. But never mind. Do you think it's from the shield? Shall we have a look at it and see if it's cursed or something?
Oh, I don't want to touch it, but
You don't have to touch it. It's pretty big. It's a bit big for us anyway.
Whilst you're conversing, you're just hearing the quite gruesome slashing sounds of Salus just casually, with a smile on his face, plunging his dagger through for the arm muscles, the fat and the tendons, and eventually the crack of the bone, as you just see him tear off the forearm of Fabius with a very satisfying at the end.
I'm sorry.
Oh god.
Not nice at all.
Kind of clap at once, and I'm like, oh no.
So you can add that to your inventory there, Salus. You can add one. You can add Thavius Krieg arm to your inventory. Okay.
Okay.
No idea what you're gonna do with it. Atlas says, Salus, you could, look to cease just the sheer amount of maiming you do. I mean, surely Mr. Sizzles won't be hungry after eating that bloody cat earlier.
Yeah, but this is just in case. And what if we get stranded in this room forever and this body is all we have? I mean, I'm just trying to think long term, Atlas. You can't even hit an old man, so you should probably shut up and not give me any advice.
You missed as well.
He
But
bites
he's
his tongue and
attempted.
says, well, do as you wish. I should have no part in it. And he walks off to the door in a bit of a sulk.
Lyra, come over here.
Oh, but let me look at this shield first. Please, may I roll a check on this shield?
Yeah, can you roll me Arcana, please?
And then I'll go and rub it.
Are you touching this shield, or are you just
No.
looking at it?
I am looking at it.
Okay, so roll me.
I reckon no.
Hey, nat 20. Okay,
But
so upon further inspection of this shield, as you look and gaze into its majesty, its golden reflection, its finery of design, your vision starts to tunnel and focus upon this shield. Your ears again start to dull, and a voice starts to boom in your head. The voice also echoes towards Blent and Salus and Atlas and Rhea, all present in the room. A voice like no other you've heard starts to speak to you with a growl.
You killed him. Good. He did not deserve to survive. The weak never do.
hi, who are you?
So at this point, all of you are looking up as if there's something above you, or
What?
Rhea says.
Like nudging Blend, like, is this the voice, right?
Lorraine's looking around the room and seeing all of you with similar looking faces. What is going on? What witchery is this? What devil speak is?
Shh. Speaking. Hello? Shield, demon.
I am no demon. I'm a devil. I am trapped.
Guys, it's the devil.
Are you an...
Rhea says, no, not the devil. A devil. There's multiple.
Are you an evil entity, Mr. Devil?
You just hear the cackling, the growly cackle of this voice, and it almost vibrates your head with the ferocity of it.
Evil.
I grab hold of Blent's arm. I'm a bit worried.
Evil. Well, isn't that a subjective thing? No. To you, not evil, no. To some.
I like his way of thinking. I think he's a good guy.
Glenn is now overly worried, and all he's going to do, he's going to just try and shove as many gold coins and trinkets as he can in, but also start making his way towards Atlas at the door.
Can you
I'll
do
back
me
up with
investigation? Investigation, please, Blaine. Just to scour around and see what you find within the room, because there is a decent amount of bounty to be had. Okay. Rhea and Salus. Well, I can see Lyra's, obviously left in despair and she's almost shit a brick. It looks like. But Rhea's very disturbed but curious. Salus, are you also curious? Investigation's not great there.
Salus definitely very curious, yes.
Rhea just appears to you and says, Salus, let's continue to converse. This could be something quite sinister.
What is your name, Sir Devil?
You just a small pause, and despite escaping to the other side of the room, Lyra, Blent, and Atlas, who is cocked head, eyebrowed up, jaw aghast.
My name not known to many, but feared by few. You can call me the Hidden Lord.
Okay. Rhea, have you heard of the Hidden Lord?
Oh, sorry, I thought it was Rhea or Lyra. Apologies. Rhea, it doesn't ring a bell. No.
Has Salus heard of him?
You can do a religion check.
Oh, Salus is very religious today.
A nat 20.
Whoa!
Wow. That's good. We're rolling them tonight. Maybe we should have a counter for nat 20s as well. You got more nat 20s than you have nat 1s tonight, so this is probably the best session we've ever done. Salus, you have heard of, because of the circles you run in, you're quite a miscreant yourself. You have heard of this Hidden Lord, and you know him to be the powerful, renowned devil of Gargouth, who is from the Nine Hells. I can spell it for you. Gargouth is Gargauth. Gargouth.
Ah, I see. The Hidden Lord. What do you want from us, Mr. Hidden Lord?
Well, I seek passage, and you all look very capable. Take me with you. Take me to hell, and I shall reward you.
How do you want to reward us?
I am very, very powerful in my domain. I am trapped currently within this shield. My power is being held for me, but return me to the hells, and I shall have it back. Once it is returned to me, you shall have your spoils that you well deserve.
I'm not gonna lie, it sounds a bit tempting.
Yeah,
Lyra?
Blent's eyebrows prick up a little bit, and he's slowly making his way back into the room as the talk of monetary reward or rewards of his desires are being mentioned.
Just to say, with your investigation check, on your way out, Blent, you grabbed a small pouch from this one here with 100 gold pieces in. Okay.
You bugger!
And I'm just going to put a cross off on that. Okay. So that one's been looked at. Okay.
Right.
Mr. Gargo, that sounds good and all, but you're like locked to the wall, so we couldn't possibly. There's no way to move you, so we should get going, right, Atlas?
Atlas is unsure how to approach this. He is of celestial beginnings, meaning he should really be at war with such a foe. Lyra, I honestly, he appears to be evil. I say appears. He seems in my head to be just pure evil incarnate. Should we trust his words? How? He's a devil. And before you can retort to Atlas, you just hear that booming voice.
I once was celestial myself. An Aasimar such as you must have heard of my falling.
And Atlas just thinks, Hidden Lord is not something I've come across, but Gargouth maybe. It doesn't spring to mind. Maybe with some prayer and some thought I can recall this, but it doesn't come to my head.
I think I heard the story. I reckon.
Yeah. So obviously you know of Gargouth. You know he is a very well-known devil within the Nine Hells. He's not much of a leader. He's more of a doer. He does the bidding of much higher archdevils than himself. And his power, known across the Hells, has seen him entombed within this shield and brought to the material plane, which you are all present in.
Yeah, well, I'm very sorry, Hidden Lord, but how can we trust your word? So let's say we carry you to your hell, we free you from the shield. What stops you from just killing us there? I would love to help you, I just want to be certain that I will leave that place.
I propose a conversation of logic. Do you think it be wise I kill my rescuers? For what purpose? What would that serve me?
You're evil, so maybe fun. I would find this quite entertaining.
Again, you say evil. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. They also say that evil is in the heart of all. We are all evil to some degree.
I tell you what, I will help you.
Salus,
You are making
you don't have to get into hell.
a very wise decision. So, here is my testament to you. I've been brought here by the Thanamara, the Duke of Baldur's Gate. She seeks to use my power to bring about a calamity like none Faerun has seen before. Whilst I may be capable of such a thing, it is not my wish.
Lara, if that doesn't sell it, I'm not sure what will convince you.
But did you get rid of Elturel? Is that your fault? Did you destroy Elturel?
Elturel was not my doing. Nothing. I was entombed by that point. I've been entombed in this shield for nearly 5 centuries. I'll tell you something, dwarf. You live long, but not long enough to know insanity and loneliness. I seek...
Yeah, Lyra.
Take pity on me. I seek to just find my home once more and thrive and live, not dwell.
Lyra, I think we should do it. And I think Salus would walk up to the shield and would try lifting it off the wall.
Salus, it's locked. Silly.
Oh.
Yeah, as you go towards it, that force in your head becomes much, much stronger. And can I ask Blent and Lyra just to go off audio for 1 second as
Okay.
now this shield is talking directly to Salus.
Speak, Lord, for your servant is listening.
You seem like a smart man. Do as I've requested, and there may be a place for you. A very powerful, rich position for a man as astute as you. You could do well, should you do as you are asked, so very politely.
And snaps out.
Oh. How do I release the shield?
Do me a strength check, please.
Oh, yes. Brilliant. I'm going to smash it.
You actually chip a nail from grabbing it too hard,
Bother.
unfortunately.
Is it?
Yeah, see, I told you You can't get it off the wall. It's locked. So we're gonna have to leave it and just.
Dear Lord, how are you? How is the shield locked? Could you help us take you off the wall?
And again, he's talking to all of you here, and you feel that presence enter your mind once more. Rhea is completely befuddled. She has no. She looks at you and just says, "Right, do as you wish with the shield. I have no desire to enter a treaty with such a creature." Atlas, and she walks over to him and just wants to go discuss with him what's been going on. Again, the shield does talk to you all, and in regards to the question of why it's locked there, he just tells you very bluntly, "I am very precious to the Vanthampurs."
Oh, how he is locked there? Does he know the mechanism that holds him in place to start with?
Oh, let me just use the eyes in the back of my shield!
Oh.
He did get a bit aggressive.
I apologize. Yes, I've been here stuck under lock and key. And if it was not for the Vanthampurs, then it would be the other group of miscreants trying to find me. You be wary of them, should you take me within your inventory. There are more than just the Vanthampurs seeking my power.
Blend, can I borrow your hammer, or what do you use? Or an axe? You use an axe, don't you?
No, he's got Warhammer.
Warhammer. Can I just borrow your Warhammer to try smashing the back of the lock?
I think he says this. He says to Sellers, I was gonna try this earlier, but if you maybe whipped up some of that magic of yours and froze the lock first."
One second, I think.
He has water.
1 second.
Go on then, spill it down.
I'm not sure about this, guys. I don't know if I like this devil.
Lyra, the version for you is we are saving this city from the Hidden Lord. He literally said they were about to destroy the whole city using his power. Like, how are we not doing a good thing here?
Is that right? Is that what's happening?
Is that literally what he said?
That's what's on Blend.
Is that what the vampires are doing?
Exactly. And do you want to see that? Rhea, do you want to see that?
But he said he had nothing to do with El Shirel.
Well, he didn't, but they wanted to use him to destroy this city. Just because one city goes down doesn't mean another one can't go down in a different way.
He's listening to this the whole time.
Okay.
It doesn't serve me one bit to see the destruction of this city. I care not for this plane. Take me to hell with you!
Okay. Come on, Blend, give me your water. Are you spilling the water on the ground?
Yeah, I passed my Salus my water skin.
Just spill it in front of you and make a puddle.
Spills it. Salus spills it in front of him.
And Salus tries using shape water to then transport this water from the ground to the back of this shield, and then freezes it.
Okay, is there a roll for that?
No, it's just a spell.
Okay. So you lift the water in, some large globules that form one large ball, and you just levitate it through the air, and it finds its place, encompassing the whole entire locking mechanism that keeps this shield locked and in place on the stand. And you, with a snap of your finger, turn this water into ice, and you just hear a loud as the metal inside this lock starts to expand. It doesn't break.
Smash it now, Blend.
Right, can you roll to hit, please? And as it's an inanimate object, I'll let you do it with advantage.
And Salus is standing underneath to catch the shield.
Okay,
Brilliant.
10.
water hit?
It doesn't actually hit the lock. It hits the shield, and you just hear a ding as it vibrates, and it causes your arms to shake and vibrate as well. And it wasn't very comfortable. That.
Can I now see? Can I try and search Savius and see if he's got a key on him? I don't imagine he would.
Yeah. Roll me investigation, please. 11. So as you topple over his rotund form, a small amount of blood just shoots out as it's been like pressurized, and then you see the trickle dwells down and just coats his leather tabard he's wearing, and his moleskin jacket is completely just swept of blood. And you start to rummage through his pockets, and you find the letters that he's shoved in his knapsack, and they're completely drenched with blood, likely unreadable. You do reach into other pockets, and you find a small pouch, and in that pouch, as you take it out, it is a ring, and on that ring it has a large Z.
Ooh.
And it's a very pristine looking jewelry piece, likely worth quite a lot of money to the right person. Okay,
Nice.
so a ring with Z on.
No, there's no key here, guys. It'll have to just stay there forever.
Flint, just give me that bloody warhammer. I'll show you how to do it.
Okay, are you proficient with warhammers, with
No.
martial weapons? Okay, so you get to roll with disadvantage then. And you don't get your
okay.
you don't get your proficiency bonus either.
So it's plus strength though, right?
You just add your strength, yeah.
Very good. Right. Roll 1d20 plus 1. Roll 1d20 plus 1. It will be a natural 20. Oh shit. Right.
Excuse me. The first roll would have hit it. Second roll, literally carbon copy. As you shake, hitting that shield.
For goodness sake.
Rhea just says, guys, we trifle. Just leave it be. We don't have the key for it, so just leave it alone. Let's take the riches we can carry from this room and buy our way to a faraway land, away from this evil city, and make a new life. We could start a new holy city, and call it El Chirel 2.
Yeah, we'll put
Rhea.
it on that, I think.
What a fantastic idea. And then you and I, we can wed and have babies and start a whole new population of this new city.
Forget I said anything. I'll be going my own way after this.
Aw,
Right.
I'd have been up for that, Rhea. Not the marriage and babies thing, but the take all the money and go somewhere else.
Okay. Can I ask, if we're going to look around the room, Rhea is obviously interested in looting it thoroughly.
Yeah.
Who has the highest investigation? And they can do a roll with advantage as you're all scouring throughout this room to see what riches it holds.
-1.
I've got quite a good one. No, actually I don't. It's plus 0.
So Atlas's. I don't have Atlas's.
Is it Atlas? Let's have a look. Atlas has got a investigation of +1.
Nice.
With advantage. It's okay.
Oh, wow.
Brilliant.
Atlas, you're letting us down. Even with your absence, you're letting us down. And he, as you can see him just pottering around the room, looking at these different things. It's like, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at, guys. Yes. Shiny things.
What? I know they're shining. That's no help, is it?
Okay, so...
We're supposed to be trying to start a new life here, and you've got some shiny things. At least I've got this cool ring.
You do.
Blent's a bit fed up with everything. He wants to do one final check to just see if he can determine what the most expensive looking thing in the room is, he's going to go and pick that up, and then he's going to go and wait in the sewer, where he feels much more comfortable.
Yeah. Fair play. Do me another investigation roll, please.
Go.
Yay!
All right, let's update the counter. We are up to 2 for this evening. So well done to Blent for giving us our second natural one of the night. And you go over to this box up here, which all it has in are some pouches, some leather pouches, and some of them have got coins in, but some of them are just empty. And you just stuff a few of the empty ones in your bag.
Cool. And then, yeah, as I said, he just trumps his way out and just says, I'm waiting in the sewer. It's better in there.
Atlas says, yes, I think I'll join you. I've had enough of this room, and this wretched smell is coming from that Krieg fellow. It's rather off-putting. I think the sewers smell better. And he heads
I am
outside
going to
again.
take that shield down. I've got a flail in my rucksack.
Okay, you can roll to hit, but I think you may need a key.
No, this is going to happen. I need to just equip my inventory. Where's my flail? There you go. It's
Rhea
happening
is
now.
going to do a investigation roll while she's waiting. Can you roll
No, I
damage
think-
on that, please? That hits.
Massive. Massive.
Very nice. Okay. Investigation for Rhea. She does find some things which she's eager to share with you, being the caring, generous person that she is. And Lyra and Salah says you are present in the room. You know what she has found and what she is willing to share with you. Okay. So
Okay.
out of everything that she's found, I'm going to write this down now so it's just clear for everyone. She, in this box up here, she went and double checked the box that Blent looked in, and there were some pouches that are full of Electrum pieces. An Electrum is a nice
Ooh.
shiny blue coin, which are worth about 10 gold pieces. About 10 gold. 30 Electrum pieces is between silver and gold.
Nice.
Apologies. No, they're not pieces. They're ingots. 30 Electrum ingots, and
Nice.
each ingot is worth about 10 gold pieces each. And on these leather pouches they are stored in, you can see the big V of the Xanthamper family crest on it. Okay. As she goes down to the southern coffers, she finds a sack of 100 gold pieces there, and also another sack of 100 gold pieces there.
What?
Okay. Coming over to Fabius, she finds one empty coffer, but the one next to it has a blade adorned in some kind of like cabinet, some glass cabinet. Okay. And she pulls out this ivory, this curved ivory handled blade. It appears to be in bad nick, somewhat broken, and she offers it up to you, Salas. She's like, Salas, be a chap. Hold this for me. I currently can't.
Yeah.
And she gives you this this broken blade. Okay, it looks majestic. Once upon a time, this would have been a fearsome blade to have used in battle.
It will be.
It's not a long sword. It's not a short sword. It's kind of in between. It's a very versatile blade. And then she also comes to the north of this room and finds the other two cases. And in one of them, she finds 20 azurite gemstones that look very similar to the gems that you saw in Tiamat's hoard of riches in the Dead 3 sewers. Okay. And so she finds 20 of those gemstones. Each of them are about. She looks at them and casts her eye through them to the light and says, "Oh, they're probably worth about 10 apiece. So 10 gold pieces each for them." And then she looks in this final one. Okay. And this one, she just goes, "Oh, bloody hell, they are a rich family, aren't they?" And she picks up a large sack, rattles it around, and looks inside. Oh, bloody hell. She's found 100 platinum pieces in this bag. And platinum is, I believe, worth 10 gold apiece. Okay.
Minted.
Yeah,
For that money, I'm willing to have babies with you,
found
Raya.
an awful lot of goodies here. She says, this platinum could really help set me up. Do you mind if I have a 20, say?
I think that'd be fine.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we can
she
split it.
pockets 20 20 platinum pieces, leaving you guys with 80. And she says, "Well, of course, you've done much of the heavy lifting. The rest of the riches I leave to you. I am modest. I don't need a large dowry. I am happy with what I've taken
A
so far."
dowry? Are you going to marry Salah?
Hey.
Oh no, not.
Salas cast prestidigitation on him just to make his beard look nice and the long hair, just to clean himself up. Say, "Oh yes, please. I like dowry."
And with your winking, charming eyes, unfortunately, Rhea looks towards you. "I'm sorry, Salas, you're just not my type.
Well, we can work on it.
Not my gender either, I guess." So.
Oh, that's exciting. Good
And with
for you,
that,
Rhea.
she gives a wry smile to Lyra and walks off out the room. And she says, "Blent Atlas, I have some good news." And she goes over to Blent and Atlas. Blent's looking there like he really just wants to get on and find some more pipes to climb in, or maybe some more heads to smash. But she does tell Blent about the riches that she's found for your party, and that she assures you that you will get. You both, Atlas, as well, will get your fair share.
Did I manage to smash the shield off the wall?
It's you damaged the lock. It will probably need one more. It's like hinging off the wall now. So can you do me a strength check just to try and pull it with one large
Go
tug?
back away, please.
Yes!
6.
I did it.
It's hanging, so it's still technically attached to the wall, and the lock, whilst it kind of is broken because of the ice expanding, it still looks as if that's the thing that's holding it in place. Yeah, it probably really does need a key.
So should we just find the key? This is silly.
Dear Lord, we will find the
and
key.
while you walk towards the exit, Salas and Lyra, and leave the dead body of Fabius just stinking on the floor, that voice, that loud booming voice, echoes in your head once more.
Find the key. Free me. I will make it worth your while.
As you wish, sir. And I think Salas, before he leaves the room, there must be a puddle of blood after the chopping off Fabius's arm.
There is a large one.
Salas would try doing shape water and try collecting the blood in one of his hands, and then he would walk. He would want to walk out to the other side of the door, and holding up the blood would put his fingers and start writing with Fabius's blood on the other side of the door, something along the lines, "Please do not disturb."
So you're writing it
And
on
a
the wall,
smiley
yeah?
face. On the door.
On the door. So as you
Fabius's-
leave, you write "Do not disturb" on there in blood. Interesting.
with a smiley face.
You can see small drips of this very viscous blood just slowly trailing down from the letters you've drawn haphazardly. It has the desired effect, though. It looks quite gruesome.
And actually, at the bottom of the door, I want to put "Best wishes from Zoj."
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to go down well with the political scene in Baldur's Gate. But right, so where we find ourselves in the sewers once more, where would you guys like to head? I'm going to ask
Toilet.
Blent really to kind of use his knowledge of the sewers and also his eagerness to get going to have maybe sniffed out a way for us to head. Where would you like to go, please, Blent?
Can you have a very brief toilet break?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Should we have a very, very quick wee and drink
I'm
break,
so
and we
sorry.
can resume in about 3 or 4 minutes, and then have the last part of our session tonight. If you're enjoying this podcast, come watch us on twitch.tv/The Natural Ones UK for weekly D&D content. We stream Mondays at 7 UK time. Now back to the show. Enjoy. Just going to make sure I'm actually on microphone this time. Annoyingly, the first, I think Katie said about the first 7 or 8 minutes of the stream, you couldn't hear me. But it's okay, we've saved it. We've had a great session despite that hiccup at the start. And I think we're ready to finish off our night. Don't want to play too late because obviously everyone is quite tired. And let's try and find a nice little natural ending to this session. Blent, the power is in your hands. Where would you like to take the party? You've had a little look around.
Blent, feeling pretty beat up, to be honest. He's not doing so hot on health. He's feeling pretty depleted in terms of his ability. He is going to suggest to everybody that they find somewhere where they can potentially... Well, he's going to suggest either they try and find a way back out for the moment, or he's going to suggest that they try and find somewhere where they can hold up and take a long rest.
Plenty chatting shit. We are not getting out of here without the Hidden Lord.
Somewhere we can barricade ourselves, then it is. And thinking back, Blent seems to recall the whereabouts of the barracks room with all the dead bodies and all the available beds, and it's going to suggest that they head there and barricade the doors.
Okay. So, in regards to your memory, you know that it would be accessible this direction on the map.
Blent knows from Mouseless that it's accessible from this corridor. Ooh, what's that doing?
What's the northern one, yeah?
This northern one, yeah.
Oh, from Atlas the Mouse, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can all look to go... So, if you lead the way, you can look to head up where you want everyone to go.
Mm-hmm.
So you know it's... you can see towards the end of this corridor, and you do recognise some of the sights that you can see, so you wouldn't necessarily have to go through this room.
I think Blent knows is the quickest way.
Sure, yeah, that's fine. So as you this door is still unlocked, obviously, as you have exited through it, and as you enter this room, you see that this is the vestry. This is the changing rooms, essentially, of all the priests that worship in the sacrificial chamber, are joined to this room.
He's just going to keep heading the way that he knows to go.
Yeah, and you encounter the corridor where you've slain both the cult fanatics. They are still dead on the floor in big crumpled piles. And right. So do you want to move yourself off into the barracks?
Yep.
Not a bad idea.
Okay. As you all enter, Lyra, have you got access to your thing?
Yes. I
You do.
do.
Okay. Right. So if I'll move Rhea, and also Alice will come in as well. As will Salus. Salus, if you move yourself in.
Yes, sir.
As you approach this room, Blent, you can see the beds are all, looking very, very comfortable. They are literally yelling at you. They're all wanting you to just rest and sleep and find, a nice bit of comfort in them. You do see the door to the north is open, It's been propped open by some of the dead bodies on the floor. It's a mess. The bodies are piled up high, and it would need to make this area secure, because it has got 2 doors, 2 entrances to it. It would need some significant barricading. Luckily enough, you've got plenty of things to use as barricades. These beds would likely
Plenty
be...
of bodies.
And plenty of bodies, yeah. So I would like you to discuss how you plan on barricading yourselves in, because only a decent set of fortifications will ensue a rest, a nice rest, a stress-free, uninterrupted sleep.
I think Salas will position himself in this corner already, on the bed, and he'd say, "Okay, Blend, I'll give you a set of instructions. I'll give you a moment to think for yourself how you want to go about it, and I'll just help you out kind of from here. I've got a better view of both doors, okay?"
Blend just gives a reluctant groan and starts moving towards these bodies. And he can see that, and he remembers that several bodies are already piled up in this door. And he's just going to shout to anyone to just help him move these 2 bodies into the pile.
Yeah, Ray will give you some help.
Yeah, and he's just going to pile these up so that they fill the doorway, basically, on the other side.
Okay. Can you do me, please, because Ray is helping, a nice strength check with advantage, just to try and heft those bodies up high enough so you manage to make a nice neat pile that would be very hard for someone to trespass. 14, yeah, you managed to bring up. So the bodies are stacked 5 high. You stack 5 bodies on top of each other, reaching about 6 foot off the ground, and it leaves a small gap between the top of the door frame. How are you going to ensure these bodies stay in place and keep that door shut?
Well, now they're outside, he's just going to break down some of these beds we don't need. How many beds have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. So, yeah, break down about half of the beds and just barricade the 2 openings.
Okay, do you have... I assume you have a hammer. Do you have any nails or anything useful to assist you?
He doesn't. He has a hand axe, so what you can do is cut the wood to roughly the same size as the frame, and then use the war hammer to basically force fit the timbers in the frame.
Okay. You obviously are a very, a very knowledgeable labourer. So I'm going to ask you to do survival check with advantage, please.
Brilliant.
I rolled once. Okay.
17.
Oh.
Okay. It takes you a good 30 minutes to get the necessary wood and timber needed to prop these doors shut and keep them secure from your side. It will take a bit of time to dismantle this. You've not half-assed it. You've made sure that these doors are not going to be opening into your room anytime soon. It would take a majestic amount of strength.
I think
Blend walks over to the nearest bed and just mutters in a very sleepy state, "Oh, thanks for the help, Salas," and then just falls flat on his face. And it's out.
You could have been a bit quieter, though. We might be heard, and it's just a lot of noise, and we're trying to, focus here and all that.
Blend is just asleep.
Okay, so you're going to go sit on a bed, Blend. Go find a bed to sit on. I think Atlas is also going to join you, not in bed, but join you in going to bed. And Rhea says, "Well, I think it best that one of us keep watch. Not necessarily for sight reasons, but in case we hear something. I will take first watch, and maybe we could just shift out every couple of hours."
Rhea, how about you just kind of come and join me? We can discuss this dowry. You can push the 2 beds together.
I'll be sleeping in this corner, I'm afraid, Salas.
Right, I see. Okay.
She said she's not interested. You need to leave her be. A no is a no.
You're right.
Lyra?
Your dwarven friend understands that no does in fact actually mean no.
Sisters looking out for each other, right, friend?
Yes, my dear.
I've got more chance than you, Salas.
Oh well, I know I mentioned gender, Lyra. I didn't mention what race I find alluring.
Right.
I just jest. I pull your leg. Not,
I can
not,
pull yours
not,
if you come
not
over.
literally though. If only. Okay. Well, I will take first shift, and maybe Atlas, you can take second, and all of us throughout the evening should in total get a nice rough 8 hours of sleep, not consecutive, but enough to rest for sure. And then if anything goes awry, we could escape through the southern door.
Fantastic.
Okay. So from this point, you have secured the room enough to garner yourself a long rest. However, because of this long rest, you now will have no idea what the state of the sewers are going to be, and the shift will have changed once more upstairs. So this may change, because of this time period you've been down here, may change things quite considerably. Okay, so because you obviously get a long rest, you do get to replenish all your spells, you get to replenish your hit points, and it finally gives you the opportunity to have leveled up. So Lyra and Salas and Atlas all will be able to level up. I think best if we did this off camera and come back next week with the updated versions of our characters, and we can just discuss, maybe what's the increase of our hit points and what spells or abilities you've picked up along the way. Are we level 4, right? Is that what?
Yep.
Yep, we are level 4. Wonderful. So, I mean, a long rest seems like a perfect place to put a stopper on it, I think. We could go venture more, but I think it might be actually a nice way of opening up next week by suggesting the changes that have occurred during this long rest. It's given you time to hark upon your recent experiences and learn from this to become a better, more efficient killing machine. So next week we can be level 4. We can also find out next week how on earth we're going to get that Shield of the Hidden Lord down. It's wanting to be taken. It just needs someone to man up and hit it hard enough. And you have got an abundant amount of riches, and Rhea and you guys have discussed this along the way and shared just the silly amount of money you've got. Lyra found an incredible looking ring with a large Z on it. I think initially, Blent, didn't you find a bag of 100 gold pieces quite early on? Was that right, Blent?
Ben has no idea what you're talking about.
Didn't you look for Oh, okay. Yeah. And there were also another 2 bags of 100 gold pieces found. A very lustrous and wonderful looking blade, broken, not particularly useful currently in battle, but could be mended. And you also found and was shared part of it with Rhea, a bag of platinum pieces, which has left you 80 platinum pieces. So you've gained an enormous amount of riches. Again, some of these bags look familiar, and some of these jewels look familiar. I think you also found some gemstones, didn't you? Some Amorite gemstones. So 20 gemstones as well, which are worth 10 gold each.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so yeah, and you remember these jewels also appearing in the hoard of Tiamat that was stolen and resided deep in the Dead 3, I guess,
dungeons.
Yeah.
So yeah, right, fantastic. So we haven't really gone that many places, but we have discovered a lot about. Unfortunately, the now dead Thavius. He is out of the picture. Rhea took some time to come around to the idea of killing him, but she, figuring out his betrayal, did in fact actually order his death. And you also discovered a strange hidden devil residing upon a very firmly stuck to the wall shield, which in regards to what else is down in the sewers, we're not too sure, but we will find out next week. So I want to thank all my players for joining us this evening. They have all been wonderful. We only got 2 natural ones, I believe. We got more natural 20s than natural ones tonight, which is a very, very rare event. So well done for rolling so beautifully well. And I look forward to hearing the changes within your characters next week. Okay? Thanks for listening. And from everyone here at The Natural Ones, we hope you enjoyed the show. Find us on twitch.tv every Monday at 7 PM UK time. Or otherwise, keep listening to us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. See you soon.